Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Morgana, and I'll be facing off against Seraphine from the Spirit Blossom adventure. I still want to get more rewards out of this adventure, so I need to play a Targon champion, and I figured Morgana would be among the best choices. Specifically because she can stall out the game thanks to her curses, and the fact that we get that we have the Grand General's counter plan on her means that we get the Dark Binding every turn that we can cast off of the Archangel staff that refills our spell mana at the round start. And then I'm just taking the Everfrost because of the fact that the Freestyle solo might transform Morgana into a different card. So at the very least I want to be able to play the 5-cost card I get off of the transform Morgana and still have some sort of impact on the board. So yeah, let's get to it. Flexible game plan, gearing up endurance. I would prefer some spells, since our spells are cheaper and we get free spell mana once we drop down Morgana. Bouncing Blades. You know what, I'm going to take it because thanks to our power, that is now a 0 mana curse something with shackles, which will cost 3 or 4 if I'm not mistaken, which seems incredibly good. Let's toss one Morgana back. Now let's toss both Morganas back. I get one at the start of the game anyway off of the Hero's Welcome. Let's do Solaris Sentinel into Startled Stomper. Seems like a pretty decent start. And I can curse the Zonite Urchin. The opponent needs to spend 3 mana to release it. And I can attack for free and deal some damage to the opponent. There goes my other Lisa and Dolly. But it's fine. Just the one is enough. I mostly want it for the Crystal Carrier and the free curse on something. Is that how it works? Well, crap, I'm just playing something that gives our opponents free cards every time.
I shall show them what it is to fall. Feel my pain.
Well, in a way, it might be okay, maybe, because I can fill the opponent's hand with crappy cards, so they can't exactly go ahead and draw more, because they get stuck with bad cards in hand. Nah, it's probably still terrible. But I will need to find a way to do something about all of these bad cards that I'm getting, or that all of these cards that I'm giving the opponent.
Truth binds you. Bear this burden.
It's fine. I'll find a way to win the games. If this game is anything to go by, having our opponent have a full hand of cards might not be that great for him anyway. That's weird. The first time around we got a a card off of the Grand General's counter plan. It didn't have any items, but now the Bakai Witherclaw has items on it. Weird.
Welcome, anguish.
Well, the opponent's only at 4 health. So just a couple more hits off of our power with the shackles and a few blaze edges might be enough to close out the game. Okay. He's drawing more. That's good for me actually that he dropped down a unit, because now by cursing it he will take 1 damage. I'll pass. The opponent's going to get a Bakai Witherclaw, but it's actually fine because I can just silence it. Let's do this, increase the number of curses on that thing. And now we close out the game. But it's very inconsistent, the whole Grand Generals. Maybe this one was not generated off of the Grand General's counter plan. But it's still weird how I didn't generate a card of the Grand General's counter plan that turn then. I'll figure it out as the adventure progresses. Exactly what is going on when you click on champion, and we don't really do a lot of selecting champions or non-champion cards of randomly selected options, so let's just pick up the Hush and move along. Now we definitely need a good champion in order to carry us to victory. Lee Sin is probably the best choice out of all of these. It has spell synergy, it comes with a couple of spells.
Tell you when I get there.
Round start some 2 powder kegs, no. Round start you lose all spell mana, but I get a Grander Plaza in return. Our spell mana is very important for us, but I think I can win without it. But I'm definitely avoiding the vicious enemy. I don't think I can manage against it. Now that I think about it, this only makes it so it's easier for Seraphine to get the catastrophe. That doesn't bode well for me.
Safety mode. Didn't build one.
Well, let's go ahead and Blaze Edge that thing, just as a precaution, because I don't want it attacking me every turn. And I also need to make sure that I use all of my mana.
I don't just make a
Okay, he's attacking me anyway. I'll do this in order to clear 1 unit off of the board. I don't want to have any mana left at the end of the turn because of the whole we can't keep spell mana. But it's fine.
Class 5 focused optical burn. Laserproof safety gear? I got you.
Let's curse that thing. I'm definitely going to need Lee Sin to close out the game.
Class 5 focused optical burn. Laserproof safety gear? I got you.
I'm not going to attack with Lee Sin this turn. I'll just wait for next turn. Or for my next attacking turn. Let's go ahead and do this. Actually, no. Can go ahead and do this. Buff up the Lee Sin and at the same time protect him in order to favorably trade with one of the opponent's units.
You cannot break a shattered
Then I
soul.
do this.
Some anguish.
You know what my
Permanently
glorious.
remove that thing from the opponent's options.
Bear this burden.
Now he needs to pay 12 mana in order to release his unit.
How I pack a punch.
With Morgana on board, I don't lose spell mana. Good to know. That makes my life significantly easier. Let's do this.
Welcome, anguish.
To level up the Lee Sin.
The dragon's fury.
Do I go for a Prodigy here? I'll do it.
This is glorious. How I pack a punch.
Then I can go ahead and Shield Vault the Lee Sin. Thunder.
You will know suffering.
See? This is progress.
That's fine. One's throwing more and more cards.
Anything else?
Don't know if that's good for him though.
Prepare
Let's do
yourself.
this. We don't really close out the game. I'm still going to attack with everything though.
Take a district cell.
Wanna arm wrestle?
I want to preserve the Morgana, just in case.
Don't ask how I got it.
Bear this burden.
Don't mind if I do.
He's still 13.
The sun rock got me good.
You know what my future is? Glorious.
It's fine. The opponent doesn't really have a lot of resources and I'm very close to closing out the game.
Class 5 focus optical burn. Laserproof safety gear? I got you.
Let's do this. Get that blocker.
Class 5 focus optical burn. Laserproof
I
safety
can't
gear?
really
I got you.
remove any of the opponent's units because I'm just giving him cards in hand to play. But at the very least I can do this.
Act free of doubt.
I take 5 damage, but I can gain it back with the amalgamation of Vile Rights and my natural regeneration.
They always hide, and we always find them.
And that's a Jewel Protector, which has the items. Don't know why
How I pack
the
a punch.
one of the Morganas didn't have items, or one of the Morganas that got transformed didn't have items, but whatever.
No, Tiv.
Well, anyway, I just need to attack with Lee Sin and it's game over for the opponent. I guess we found our game plan. Grow Lee Sin to an absurd degree and keep striking with him. But I still need a way to deal with the catastrophes on the opponent's attacking turn. Maybe if I just deal with one catastrophe, the problem will be over. As if. Well, Facebreaker is a way to do it. At the very least, I'll stun both of the opponent's units. Your units have evolved. Do I have enough keywords to justify that? Challenger barrier. Lifesteal, Overwhelm, Fated, Fated. We're missing one. I'm still going to take it anyway. The randomly generated cards I get off the Morgana might have some keywords that get me there. The extra stats might come in handy. I'm going to keep one of the Lysins, mulligan the other, and the Blinded Mystic because I want some spells to cast. I still get the free spell every turn anyway, so that's that. But I wanted more. Oh right, tough from the Solari Soldier. Forgot about that part. That gets us there. Let's curse the large unit. Make sure the opponent can't act with it. And start chipping away at his health. That's elusive, that's another keyword. And there goes my Lysin. This thing is not going to be cursed, but I can make it so it's forcibly stunned. That's a huge plus for me. And let's keep going with the spells game plan. I suppose I'll drop the Silent Shadow Seer just to act as a jump blocker against the opponent's units, in case they wanted to attack. I need to empty my hand of 2 cards.
She called me betrayer. She scorned me.
I'm just going to hold out on playing the Lysin until I get him leveled up. Yeah, let's do this. The opponent's hand is full. He's probably going to play the mushrooms. Yep, he's playing the mushrooms. Refer to an enemy that attacked this round or is stunned. Okay, that might come in handy. At very least it's cheap. We're starting to burn cards. Maybe dropping down the Morgana might be fine. Let's do this. Shackle that. Actually, we don't shackle that because the targeting happens from the lowest spell to the fast spell. That's unfortunate. This results in me taking way too much damage, or more damage than I wanted to anyway. Oh, I can get rid of one of the opponent's units. And Lysin is leveled up and I can play it now.
As the dragon wills.
Maybe I should have gone for the Morgana in order to get spell mana at the start of the turn, but I think this is still better. Ouch. Let's get Lysin going. Nothing from the opponent, really. Well then, I'm going to drop down the Morgana. Because I fully intend to use Morgana to heal up. Let's give Morgana the Challenger.
Our enemies cannot hide.
And then we give Lysin even more attack. And now we just do this. in order to make it so the opponent doesn't have any relevant blockers. And he takes a bunch of damage here. Oh no, what's he doing? There's my Morgana gone. Because of a spell I gave the opponent. And there goes my lifesteal. At least the opponent still took a bunch of damage here. Small victories. Seven health. Since when the... Okay, it's Ardent Sensor that made it this big. Oh, makes sense. Let's go ahead and stun 2 of the opponent's units. Try to mitigate the amount of damage I'm taking here because I'm already at almost half HP. That's not good for me. Especially considering what's coming. Let's try to keep chipping away at the opponent's health. Okay, I don't know why the opponent's attacking like that. That seems like a desperation move. Now you're completely opened up to an attack from Lee Sin next turn. Well, not like he had much of a choice anyway. Let's buff up Lee Sin to the maximum. Pull the guy that can actually block. And now the opponent takes 21. Unless he has a way to stun Lee Sin. No. So he dies. If I could give Lee Sin Overwhelm, that would double the amount of damage Lee Sin does, which would make him significantly better. Chomp Womp, Destiny Skull, Blade Twirler. Let's take the Chomp Womp. It gives us basically 2 zero-cost spells. Use Cast Salesman, good thing I didn't go there. New Student. I'll take it, it's a way to get board presence. Cunning Sweep, Mobilize. I'm taking a Cunning Sweep mostly because it has X-Tech Fabricator. Well, X-Tech Fabricator 3. And that makes it so it buffs up one of my units on board with a very good item. And then for our card cut, definitely the Mihira, right? Yeah. Unfortunately, she's not really that great when I get another 8 drop that doesn't have her effect. And her effect baseline is significantly nerfed because now I can curse 2 units. Honestly, curses should be exempt from the transformation effect of the freestyle solo. Because I guess for the sake of coding they create a card in their own hand and that card is the curse. But it shouldn't work like that. There goes my Solaris Sentinel. Well, I'm cursing Bard. Screw you, opponent.
I won't stand by.
And now we attack. Next turn I'll go for the Chomp Womp, restore some health. Ooh, that's useful. It won't remove this curse.
Protect them.
This is actually good for me. Now the opponent no longer has a Bard on board. I have a couple of coins to use later. And we're slowly and surely leveling up the Lee Sin. I can't level up Lee Sin just yet. let's do the jump pump. Go ahead and play both the spells here. Baseline Bard is a 5 health unit. So maybe I can bait him into blocking here. And then I kill him. Like this. Perfect. Just as planned. That's a second bard gone. I'm mostly worried about removing the bards because with bard on board the opponent gets double value off of the chimes. I don't want that to happen. This is a rather slow turn from the opponent. I think I have time to go Lee Sin. Then I can curse that unit, level up Lee Sin in the process.
The dragon spirit awakened.
The Asmus does nothing if he attacks alone. Okay, that's another bird. Still fine. Even if he attacks with the bird, I can just jump block it with the sapling. Let's use our last mana because we don't get spell mana at the end of the turn. Ooh, Mr. Thrift. Cool. Anyway, let's try to buff up my Lee Sin. This gives another keyword to the ones that I already have. Maduli is scary. Let's silence the Maduli.
She called me betrayer. She scorned.
Just so I don't have to deal with it in the future. We'll remove bird off of the board. Or I don't have to deal with repeated Maduli effects. Can give this challenger.
Our enemies cannot hide.
Buff up the Lee Sin further. Can in fact stun both the opponent's units, but do I want to though? I think stunning just one is fine. Because now I do this, deal 15 and then attack with everything else and close out the game. And the opponent has 0 mana so he can't answer. Neat! It actually was easier than I anticipated. This run is going surprisingly well considering a significant portion of my game plan is disabled and I'm having to work around. Sad fact. Oh, this is huge. Lee Sin with Overwhelm doubles the amount of damage Lee Sin does effectively. And now we have Grander Plaza, so our units are even better. And we get evolved more easily. Early bird. Oh, there's a crush. Would have been relevant if I didn't pick up Overwhelm for the Lee Sin. Each round after you play 3 cards, your cast costs 3 more this round. We're not really doing a lot of multiple spell slinging. Well, except at the end, obviously. But I think I can deal with Frozen in Fear for 1 turn. Yeah, let's take it. And then we can either choose the foe summons. The foe reduces the cost of their Plaza Guardians everywhere by 1. Or Fill Musicians. I feel like Plaza Guardian might be scarier. Because I don't know what kind of items those Plaza Guardians have. Do I want to keep the Lee Sin? I'll keep the Lee Sin. And the Jump Pump. Okay, this is too much Lee Sin. I might have made a blunder because now I don't have units on board. I do start with 2 on board though. So maybe it was alright. Let's see what the opponent does if I do this. I have 2 units with challengers, so I might be able to just remove whatever he plays here. Okay, he can play another one of the Inspiring Mentors. Does he want to, though? He might not want to. Let's do this on the unit with Fated. And I'm limited now. It's okay. Let's just do this. Chip away at the opponent's health bar a little bit and keep control of the board. He is going to be able to summon yet another 1-drop. But it's fine. Oh, I want to save the Cunning Sweep for the Lee Sin. So I probably just go Chump Wump here. And now we hit the Evolve. Let's get the Poisonous Puff Cap there. Let's give the highest attack unit the Curse to prevent the opponent from attacking. And he doesn't attack, okay. I was worried he was going to pull something, but it turns out I was worried for no reason. Lee Sin is not leveled up, but I think this is still a fine decision. Because I get an item on Lee Sin right away. Ooh, double attack. That might just be game, honestly. If I had another spell, I could close out the game here, guaranteed. Now it's no longer a guarantee, depending on how the opponent blocks. Actually, no, I have exact lethal. That wasn't so bad. Double attack Lee Sin with Overwhelm. I might be able to one-shot the... or OTK the opponent, the last boss. Titan's Axe Lee Sin. I'm going to take it, but I might have too many Lee Sins on in the deck now. Item chest or healer. If I were to cut a card, what card would I cut? Chump Wump? No, Chump Wump gives me cheap spells. Blinded Mystic? No, that can give... that can sell as one of the opponent's units. Listen Dolly? No, the Startled Stomper, yeah. Let's cut the Startled Stomper. It does give Fated, but with the Grander Plaza we are not short for good keywords. So I think this is fine. And also, Welcoming Gifts makes it so we can get even more keywords on our units. Jump up with Immortal is great. And that'll be it. Shop or Spells Chest. We don't have enough money for the shop, so I have to go for the other path. Quite unfortunate, because it was an epic shop too. Might have been able to get a decent power out of it. Well, now my spells and skills deal double damage, which is not really ideal because we don't really have that many spells that will damage, but I might be able to generate them, and it does work with the Blade's Edge, so that's that. Yeah, I'm definitely bursting back here. It's way too good to pass up. Effectively shuffling an infinite amount of epic items on my deck. Let's pull here. Do I leave the fusion Funsmith alive? Yeah, let's leave the Funsmith alive. Next turn I'll drop down the Chump Wump. Play 2 spells. Really, the opponent's attacking. Interesting decision. I don't think it's going to pay off though. Ooh, Ravenous Walk. That immediately removes that problem. I can chip away at the opponent's health with the Blaze Edge. And then next turn I just play Lee Sin, play 3 1-cost spells, and the game's over for the opponent. Yeah, that's nothing. Do something else, opponent. That's nothing. And let's see what we have in our epic item for the on our epic.
I fight with the dragon's fury.
Words are hard. Let's see what's in the X-Tech Fabricator. What kind of epic item we're going to give Lee Sin on Death Rally. Okay, it's not the greatest. Or at the very least it's not relevant here. But in a longer, more drawn out game it might be relevant. Unfortunately the opponent only had a 30 health pool, so it would die extremely easy. Ooh, Farsight Alteration and the Cunning Sweep. Yeah, I'll take it. We might start with too many items or too many cards in hand. It might be fine. Oh, now let's pass up on that. Just going to cut a card here. Do I want to cut a card here? I'll cut the Lisa and Dolly. I think it's past it's to the point where it's relevant, because I'm no longer caring about cursing the opponent's units. Or I'm no longer caring about cursing multiple opponent's units. I care about cursing a single one. I'll keep the Hush just in case I need to silence the opponent's overwhelm units, namely the Catastrophe. That thing has 6 health, and I didn't get a Lee Sin at the start, which is very unfortunate. I can create a golden spatula in hand. I don't think it's relevant. I think I'd rather do this. Just remove the Seraphine right away. She doesn't really do much of anything, but getting her off the board is nice. Also, the opponent doesn't really have a lot of health, 30. I might be able to close out the game without Lee Sin too. The opponent is not doing anything here too. Interesting decision. I'm still dropping down the Champ Bomb to get two cards here. Also, I'm going to do this. Get the Icathian Mirage. I don't need the extra health right now. Spells are more relevant than units, so I'll hold. I think poor opponent's just dead on board. I mean, he has 7 mana, but what is he going to do with 7 mana? Crowd Pleaser? Nah, that doesn't work. Charm? Doesn't really work either. I guess he removed the curse off of the Seraphine, but I can just reapply it. And the opponent just dies. Okay. Right there at the start I was worried that because half of my deck was not functional and most of my powers were most of my starting powers were useless, I was worried that I wouldn't be able to make it very far into the run. But it turns out pivoting into a spell-based game plan and foregoing curses and playing around Lee Sin turned out to be the correct choice and the way to salvage this predicament that I found myself in. I should really pay more attention to what the exact wording on the special rules are. I'm sure I'll pay more attention in my next attempt. So yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.